Hello friends, very welcome to all of you again. Today we have to discuss about MVC architecture, that is model view controller architecture. It is called as MVC. M stands for model, V stands for view, and C stands for controller. So this architecture have model. That model is to be display, and for the interface, that is the view, and the controller that shows the interaction with this MVC with the user. These two figures, first one is that the simple view. In this, user, model, view, controller work together, and this is the an alternate view of MVC architecture. So there are few advantages or the benefits that are from MVC pattern. First one is that the cohesive models. Cohesive models means instead of putting unrelated code, that is display and data in the same module, we separate the functionality so that each module is cohesive. Second benefit or advantage is that flexibility, means the model is unaware of exact nature of view or controller it is working with. Third advantage is low coupling, means modularity of the design improve the chances that components can be swapped in and out as the user or programmer desires. Fourth benefit is that adaptable modules, means components can be changed with less interference to the rest of system. And the fifth benefit is that distributed system, means since the modules are separated, it is possible that the three subsystems are geographically separated. So to analyzing the simple run program of this MVC architecture, we have to now apply this MVC architecture pattern to the process of designing a simple program that allows us to create and label figures. The purpose behind this exercise is to fold. First one, to demonstrate how to design with an architecture in mind. Designing with an architecture in mind requires that we start with high level decomposition of responsibilities across the subsystems. Second is the subsystems are specified by the architecture. The designer gets to decide which classes to create for each subsystem, but the responsibilities associated with these classes must be consistent with the purpose of subsystem. Third one is that to understand how the MVC architecture is employed, we shall follow the architecture somewhat strictly. That means we will try to have three clearly defined subsystems for model, view, and controller. For that, there is a need of uh, specifying the requirements. Our initial wish list calls for software that can do the following. First, draw lines and circles. Second, place labels at various points on the figure. The labels are strings. A separate command allows the user to select the font and font size. Third one, that save the completed figure to file. We can open a file containing figure and edit it. And the fourth requirement is that backtrack our drawing process by undoing recent operations. In order to attain this functionality, the software will interact with the user. We need to specify exactly how this interaction will take place. Without more ado, let us adopt the following look and feel. First is the software will have simple frame with display panel on which the figure will be displayed and command panel containing the buttons. There will be buttons for each operation which are labeled like draw line, draw circle, add label, etc. Second, the display panel will have crosshair cursor for specifying points or underscore for showing the character insertion point or labels. Third is the cursor changes when operation is selected from command menu, and when operation is completed the cursor goes back to the default state. Fourth one is that to draw a line the user will specify the endpoints of line with mouse click. To draw a circle the user will specify two diametrically opposite points of the parameter. So in this way, friends, we have discussed about model view controller, that is the MVC architecture. This can be applied for the different types of web cases. For designing this system, there is need of our architecture has three principles: model, view, controller. We have to broad idea of what roles each of these play, and our first step is to define these roles on context our problem. So first is model. This is relatively simple for our problem. We keep a collection of line, circle and label objects. Each line is represented by the endpoints, and each circle is represented by the x coordinates of the leftmost and rightmost points, and the y coordinates of the top and bottom points of the perimeter. Next is controller. When the user attempts to execute an operation, the inputs is received by the view. The view then communicates this to the controller. This communication can be affected by invoking the public methods of controller. Suppose we have to uh, drawing a line. The user starts by clicking the draw line button, and in response the system changes the cursor. Clearly changing the cursor should be responsibility of the view, since that is where we define the look and feel. This would simply this will imply that the view system or some part thereof listen to the button click. The click indicates that the user has initiated an operation that will change the model, since such operations have to be orchestrated through the controller as shown in figure, the representing and circle and a label. Then next is the user clicks on display panel to indicate the first endpoint of the line. We now need to designate a listener for the mouse click. This listener will extract the coordinates from the event and take the necessary action. Both the view and controller are aware of fact that a line drawing operation has been initiated. Here the sequence of operations for drawing a line is given in the manner model, view, controller. Here there is a user or actor, and the steps are given. This figure shows how the MVC, that is model view controller architecture is work there. So friends, hope that you have understand the concept of MVC, that is model view controller. So thank you so much.